So I'll be teaching you how to perform the Galilei Semantic Segmentation task, and this is for portrait images. Okay, so first of all, for this task, you are strongly advised to use the polygon tool. Okay, and now there are instructions for this task. I'll put the instructions in the link in the description box below. Okay, the instructions are pretty elaborate and you can find just about every single information you require to perform the task correctly. In this video, I am just going to show you how to basically do the task properly. Now, there are certain things that you need to pay attention, like for example, this part over here, the fine hair area, and also this empty slot here. So without wasting any time, I'm going to show you how to do it. So I select the polygon tool and I select the color white because the person's outline must be white in color. And I look for a space where I can see the dot begins because the dot will be black in color. And I start making clicks along the person's outline. Now, if you realize I'm not going beyond the person's body shape because the rule is we don't want any background to be included as part of the image. I'm just doing this. Okay, so I'm going over. Okay, so as I said, my line is within the portrait's outline. Okay, I'm not including any background whatsoever. And okay, as I can see here I can't see any background, so I'm just going to ignore this. But if let's say you have a white gray spot, or if you can see the background here or anywhere within this image, like for example this, now this is part of the guitar, so it's okay. So let's say here if you can see the background, then you need to draw this line circling the person and then use the brush tool to clear this place so that they can see the background. Okay, so if you need further guidance on this, you can actually look at the instructions that I have. Okay, so as you can see, this person's clothes here has gone beyond the frame here, so you still have to make sure that you go all the way till the edge. And later, if you realize, there will be so here as you can see, I took some part of the background, so later I need to use the brush and clear this. So I'm just going to go over the whole portrait. Okay, and then I will show you how it looks once it's done, and then we will do some touch up here. And basically this hair over here, if it's too thin like this, you do not include it in your outline. You just leave it. You don't color the hair, or you don't use the brush and line one strain of hair, because it's not what the client wants. Okay, so continue and I'll show you how it looks once it's done. So as you can see, this is done. I've completely ignored this strains of hair here. So if you have something like this, strains of hair on a person who's probably a curly hair person, or someone who has a very wavy hair or something like this, you ignore this kind of one or two strains of hair. Okay, and then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the image to be a bit darker, and then I'm going to just clean up. So if you can see here, can you see this? There's some white black as well, so which is wrong because the person's clothes went beyond the frame, right? So you need to color this small area here, and also the bottom here also. Can you see? You need to cover this as well. All right, and then just now remember this small space here, I accidentally colored it white. So I'm going to use the brush tool. I'm going to click black because that's the background color. I'm just going to do some touch ups here. All right, so now that should be good. And then I select the color white, same brush tool. Okay, and then I am just going to go over this line here so that I cover the person here, and then this line at the bottom here as well. Okay, so I'll show you how it looks once I've done it. So as you can see, this is how the picture looks once it's completed. The fine hair, as I said earlier, ignore it. And if there's any background in the frame here, you use the brush tool to make the spot. Okay, of course you look at the instructions that I provided in the description below and you can understand better.